look at me and I'm reading. Henry paused to look around. That's the sun. The power isn't out anywhere else, he said. That restaurant next door has all the lights on. See, we're talking about that Sleepy Hollow cottage that they all went to. Mrs. Vanderhut sighed. The restaurant is the reason we don't have electricity. They are doing some repair work. Look at your book. Look at your book, sweetie.
Go.
We're on page 8. Somehow the power to my property was cut off. It's supposed to be fixed in the morning, but until then, we'll have to rely on flashlights and candles. Now the next paragraph. So look at the next paragraph.
Is it mine?
A paved path.
Is that my page now?
No, it's going to be in a second. A paved path led to the fenced-in backyard. Torches in the ground lit a stone patio with a fire pit in the center. The fire in it blazed away. Jessie thought it looked very cozy, like a little island of light in a dark yard. Take a seat, Mrs. Vanderhoof said, motioning to the benches placed around the fire. They all sat down except Watch. Who's Watch? Remember who watches?
Oh, the dog, yeah!
Yeah, the dog, who stood next to Henry. Henry's the oldest boy. The dog sniffed the air and then whined. Settle down, Watch, Henry said. He patted the dog, who sat down but continued to look around, his ears alert. He was very alert. Who would like hot cider? Mrs. Vanderhoof asked. All right, it's your turn. You're reading 9.
Oh, reading number 9, am I?
Okay, page 9.
Okay, here I go.
Who's gonna have cider? I would.
Okay, here we go. At the tree, you already said that, right?
Yeah, you're reading page 9.
Have a cruller or a cookie while you are waiting, Miss.
Where are you? I can't find you.
Number 12. Mrs. Vanderhoof motioned to the covered platter in the cookie jar. There are plenty. After
what
Mrs.
page you on?
12. After Mrs. Vanderhoof and Miss McGorger left, Jessie finished pouring the cider for everyone and asked, "Which one do you want, cookies or crullers?" She tried to sound cheerful so the others wouldn't realize she was already getting a little spooked about being in this dark, strange place. "I think we should try something new, so I vote for crullers," Henry said.
That's good. Go ahead.
Jessie passed them out. "I like the shape of these. They look like someone braided pieces of dough." These are yummy," Violet said, pitting into her. They are so much crunchier than the regular donuts." "I like the salt that's all over them," Betty said. "Maybe I could get a recipe from Mrs. Vanderhoof," Jessie said. "I could try to make them." The wind picked up the branches of the trees rustled. Most of them had already lost their leaves, but a few fell from a big oak tree and blew onto the patio.
The patio? Where are you?
Number 13! Watch leaped up and tried to catch some. "I'm glad we can have a fire," Jessie shivered.
Oh, I found it.
The top button of her coat. "It's chilly." The moving branches of the trees threw shadows on the ground, and they looked like broken skeletons dancing in the circle of the light from the fire. Just then, Violet jumped, spilling some some of her drink and on the ground. Henry was so startled. He almost dropped his drink too. Violet! What's going on? Did you hear that noise? It's your turn.
Okay. What page are you on?
Right, chapter 2, number 14. I said
Okay.
number 14.
Okay, I got it. Henry said, I don't hear anything but the wind. He listened and for a moment thought he heard a low rumble of thunder coming from down the street. Uh-oh. It stopped, and he decided his ears must have been playing tricks on him. I don't hear anything either, Jessie said. Violet was quiet for a moment and then asked, You didn't hear anything that sounded sort of like an animal snorting, did you? Benny made pig noises and then asked, You mean like that? Henry and Jessie laughed. No, not like that. That's what I said. That's funny. It's hard to explain. Listen again. They all sat quietly again, but there were no noises except the wind and the leaves blowing across the patio. What had stopped chasing them? Watch the dog. He sat next to Henry with his ears alert. I still don't hear anything, Jessie said. Me neither, Benny took another bite of his cruller. That's like a something from Dunkin' Donuts. I guess I imagined it. Violet scooted her bench closer to the fire. Watch got up and walked toward the edge of the patio. He pulled on the end of the leash in Henry's hand. I think you can let go of his leash, Jessie said. He can't get outside the fence. As soon as Henry let go, Watch slunk down on his belly. He crept over to the side of the yard, growling softly. That's the direction I heard the noise, Violet whispered. Watch. What do you see? Henry got up. Okay, should I read this page or you?
I think I should read this picture because we can go by one.
Okay, so you're reading 16.
What
The top of 16.
Top 16. Okay.
Okay, so you have to start the sentence. Henry got up and then...
Okay. Henry, what's Henry?
That's on
Henry,
15.
he shined the flashlight into the area behind the cave next door.
See the accent? It's like it makes the E. It's like a French word, like an A. Cafe.
Okay. He shined the flashlight into the area behind the cafe next door.
Okay.
I don't see anything. Silly Watch. It's just the wind. He listened for the thunder.
Yeah.
Sound and for an instant he thought and he heard. And again. What the heck? I can see you.
I can see you.
I thought I was gonna sneeze, but shut up.
Okay.
So I actually just almost sneezed.
Can you see me?
Yep.
Oh, I'm up
It
here.
stopped. So he came back and sat down. The huddle around the fire, which is no longer seemed as bright. Just chicken over there. Soon after they heard the sound of ears, and
Cars?
then
Cars? Cars. They heard the sound of cars. That's not a bad sound, right?
yeah. So actually, where was I? Oh yeah.
Soon after, they heard the sound of cars. And then voices as a group of people came into the backyard. Okay, now you keep reading.
Backyard. Okay.
Jessie?
Jesse what? Jesse